Starters NBA All-Star Special live from New York City. I'm J.D. Skeets, alongside me, as always, for the 7th consecutive All-Star Weekend, Tass Millis.
Thanks for joining us as we celebrate the best game in the world.
To my right, Starters blog editor Trey Kirby.
Ayo!
Ayo! And finally, the international man of mystery, Swaggy Lee.
Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out, please.
Look at this shirt.
Look at
Yeah,
this
zoom
thing.
out. Look at
Oh
this
my
guy.
goodness.
What
Is that
are
a
you?
magic eye?
Guys, we're in New York City. I'm a little disappointed in your wardrobe selections. I mean, come on.
This is amazing.
I'm just as disappointed in your wardrobe selection.
Yeah,
I mean,
it-
Swaggy knows what's going on.
Swaggy P, and
Yeah.
now we have Swaggy Lee. It's good stuff.
Interesting.
Good
I don't
stuff.
think either of you guys could have pulled it off anyway.
No,
So it's
you're
probably
right.
best you didn't try.
And I like that white undershirt you have as well. All right, so an action-packed show here, of course. We're going to be joined by a couple special guests. Can't wait for that. Yeah, that's the tease. Some special guests coming through here. We'll also have the rematch between E-Dog and Taco Trey Kirby in the dunk
Exciting.
contest. Yes, we did it again, the world's worst dunk contest.
Dunk
And
contest. Yeah.
we'll get to all of our predictions. And let's actually jump right into that because we have a lot to predict for all of these events. We'll start with the event tonight, the annual showcase of young talent. It's the Rising Stars Challenge. We got the new format. We're pitting the 10 first and second year NBA players from the United States against 10 first and second year players from around the world. And again, this gets underway tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern on TNT. There's a look at the team roster. Been a lot of changes with these rosters, but we're pretty sure we got it right. A lot of guys sort of in and out of the lineup, but yeah, there's U.S. Team looks, very solid. Again, I'm pretty excited for this because this sometimes can be one of the most eventful
the
events
most
of the weekend.
competitive games, where most competitive game of the weekend. I think that's easy to say.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And there's a look at the world team roster. A lot of guys, again, having to pull out because of injury and stuff like that. Do you think just even having this format makes it a more competitive game?
Yeah, again, I think it is already the most competitive game, but you got the USA across the chest. That automatically triggers the patriotism. I think that's clear. And even for all these world guys, Dante Exum, that's his beautiful jersey.
I like
they're
these.
sporting
Cool
some
jerseys,
nice
yeah.
Those are
jerseys.
Yeah.
The guys representing their countries around the world, I think it's even a bit more important for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, this is becoming a global game. We've got the most international players ever. They're going to want to show that, hey, we're around to stay for a long, long time. And if you prove that in the Rising Stars, that's where you prove it.
You say it's competitive, and I agree with that to some extent, but it's also sort of like batting practice, where you just want to see a whole bunch of home runs when you're watching that, and in this game you just want to see a whole bunch of alley-oops and dunks, and you're going to get that for a good 3.5 quarters, and then maybe it gets competitive.
But some of these guys, we haven't seen their best this season, so they want to have this opportunity. New York is the All-Star Weekend to just go out there and show what they can do to their fans around the world. I think it's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, in Australia, you're going to be people will stay up.
They will be. Well, yeah,
Well,
it's a
what
good
time?
time. It's actually about 11 in the morning on Saturday morning.
breakfast,
So
there
it's
you
perfect
go.
time. Yeah.
There's 2 Greeks in this game. I know the Greeks will be up in the middle of the night chanting, Hellas, Hellas. I'm chanting Greece in Greek.
And then, so it's no surprise, Tass, that you are taking the Greek Freak as your
why not?
as your Rising Stars
Greece
Challenge
needs this.
MVP.
Greece needs this for the economy. This will help out as much as possible.
I agree with you. The fans do as well. We threw this up to the Starters Facebook page, and you guys chimed in with your picks for all of these. So 3 of us, including the fans, like the Greek Freak. He has become, in a weird way, the darling of All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
And we could talk, of course, about how talented he is on the court, and he can fill up a box score. But he's going to do a thing or two in this game that is going to wow the crowd. It's always going to help maybe your chances of pulling that MVP, which is why I back you.
You know I like the world team in this game. You know how they broke their huddles in their practice yesterday? 1, 2, 3, world. I mean,
Wow,
when
they
you
have the
break
whole
a
world
huddle
behind
like
their
that,
back.
it doesn't get any bigger than that.
Trey, Mason Plumlee, a little surprised with this big man pick here.
I know, this is a strategy pick because you look at the last 2 MVPs of this game, Andre Drummond and Kenneth Faried. It's guys who were near the rim, picking up all the missed shots. I feel like Mason Plumlee is the big guy who could maybe grab the most boards and get a ton of offensive rebounds and putbacks. A 2020 game would not surprise me from Mason Plumlee. Plus, he's playing at home in the Barclays Center. I like this idea.
I said the fans voted the Greek Freak. The second most votes, Lee, was your pick, Andrew Wiggins. Not surprising.
He's been playing really well lately, and I think this is a good opportunity for him to show that he's probably the best player in this game. He's starting to get a real feel for the NBA, and we want to see this guy really break out and put down some high-flying dunks. He can step out and shoot a little three-pointer. He's athletic. He can fill the floor both ends, and I think that's what you're going to see. I like Trey's pick because you said in the past couple of years, big men do get a lot of rebounds. They get a lot of the ball. I think Andrew Wiggins is going to get a ton of it.
All right, let's get to the Taco Bell Skills Challenge. This one, one of the events, of course, on Saturday night. Again, some guys in and out of this one. We've lost John Wall, and Michael Carter-Williams, and Jimmy Butler. But again, still a solid 8-man lineup here. Some crazy speed within this, and I like actually even Schroeder and guys like Elfrid Payton, the rooks. Like the rook there getting into it. The big difference with this one this year, you see it there, is the bracket first off. So they're going head-to-head instead of going against the clock.
Everyone loves a bracket.
Everyone loves a bracket. Yes, it's like this is our own March Madness here. It's February Madness. But the other difference, instead of finishing with a dunk or a layup, you got to hit a three to end this thing. So again, they're going at the same time there on both sides of the floor, and they'll be sprinting back and have to finish with a three. I mean, it's either going to be hilarious when guys can't hit a three, or it's going to be just a lot more entertaining with them both coming trying to beat each other.
But the fact that they're going up against another guy who is on the floor at the same time, they look across the floor and they see another guy rather than a clock. I think it's just instinctual. Hey, time to turn the competitiveness on because that's who they are. They're the most competitive people in the world.
You definitely always have somebody to beat if you're both competing at the same time, rather than just kind of jogging through the course, seeing what you get.
When you try and pick a winner in this, you either go, well, who's the fastest? Now maybe who's the best three-point shooter? Because that's going to come into play. Or you just go, who's just going to want it more than anyone else? So
no, I didn't go with that. I took Kyle Lowry. You guys took the little guys, the Isaiah Thomas lead. You took Jeff Teague, who I like. But I took Kyle Lowry because this is the lone event for most guys, including Isaiah Thomas. Kyle Lowry is a busy man this weekend. He is occupied. Jimmy Fallon, obviously the All-Star game. This will be a break for him. And I think he'll be free and easy, sort of like Damian Lillard was last year, who competed in each event. Honestly, I think it's a smart pick. This is going to be his break. From the weekend.
A fascinating concept there.
That's what Dame did last year.
He's so busy that he'll be relaxed.
Well, Damian won it last year along with Trey Burke in the team concept last year, and he was in every single event.
Sure.
All right, well, Lee, you went with Jeff Teague. Any reason why in particular?
I think he's underrated how quick he is, and I think he's got underrated handles as well. I think he's going to go out there, be really, really quick. He's good at shooting the three-pointer. He's great at finishing with the dunk or layup. I think he's going to be the one to surprise you everyone.
Let's get serious, though. You can't really handicap this.
No.
Who's going to hit the three?
Yeah.
Who's not going to hit the side of the cylinder?
It's a tough one. Let's hear from everyone. Jump on Twitter, hashtag the starters for all of your predictions. We got to take a break. Lots more still to come on the Starters NBA All-Star Special. We'll get into the three-point contest. A lot of people think it's the best one of all time. I tend to agree, so we'll get our predictions and a whole lot more. Come on back.
The Iceman is here.
All right. Welcome back to the Starters live in NYC here for the All-Star Special. I said we would have some special guests. I wasn't lying. We're joined by one of the greatest shooting guards in NBA history, 12-time All-Star, Hall of Famer. It's the Iceman, George Gervin. George, thanks for joining us.
Hey, guys, thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it. We were saying right before we sort of came on back from commercial break, you've been to a lot of these.
I've been a lot of it.
You played in a lot of games, but you've even just been around them.
Yeah, I played it and I've been around it. I'm very proud and always excited to be a part of the All-Star Weekend. I think it's something that the players should definitely appreciate because, once you're gone, you can't enjoy it no more.
Right.
When you're playing.
Talk to us if you remember, way back, 1980. You were the All-Star Game MVP. What do you remember from that game there in Maryland?
It was just my night, you know, and the guys was getting me the ball. I was hot. I was playing, with Bird and, Tiny Archibald, and, them guys passed the basketball. They played the game like it should be played, and for me it was fun, for them guys to get me the ball and really give me an opportunity to win MVP.
I always wonder about that in an All-Star game. In the locker room before the game, is there a little bit like, hey, let's try and get so-and-so the MVP here, let's try and, is there any of that, or do you just let the game come to you?
Really not like that.
No.
I mean, it's really, how the game is playing out on the floor.
Sure.
And you see a guy is hot, you see a guy is really rolling, then, the guys in my era would get you the ball.
Sure.
So that's kind of like how it played out.
Excellent. What about 1997? Because we got a special coming up on Saturday where we count down our top 20 NBA All-Star moments. And one of those, spoiler alert here, is the 97 All-Star Game when the NBA celebrated the 50th greatest players of all time. Of course, you were on that list.
Yes, sir.
What do you remember from this sort of halftime ceremony, or just the entire sort of weekend there in Cleveland in '97?
Well, I remember the weekend. I mean, it was tremendous. You know, I was around, 50 of the greatest. Look, Isaiah, Magic, Wilt Chamberlain.
Legends.
I mean, it was scary good. I mean, because these are guys that I grew up and admired, and to be recognized as like one of them, it was something special, man. So it was a beautiful weekend for me.
Do you still have the jacket?
I can't fit it, but I still got
Good enough.
Recently, we saw Klay Thompson, and we're going to get to the three-point contest here in a second. We'll go through and get your thoughts on that. Klay Thompson dropped 37 there in a quarter last month. In a lighthearted interview with Bleacher Report Radio, Howard Beck, we just saw him on the beat, you talked about how you had 33, which was the record, of course, in one quarter, and said...
Well, it still is a record.
Well, there you go. There you go. Exactly. There was no three-point line. He hit 9 of them.
Well, I mean, matter of fact, I saw Klay early today, and he told me, he said, well, wasn't no three-point line. But that's the beauty of who he is.
Right.
That's how humble he was. Obviously, in the NBA, he got the record, and I have no problem with it. There was just no threes when I got 33. So I was just really making light of it, but in reality, it is reality.
Yeah.
I mean, so ain't nothing wrong with speaking reality, and that's what I was doing, having fun.
Back to that 1980 game, the All-Star game when you won MVP, they actually had the three-point line in that game. Do you remember the only guy to hit a three in that game?
No, I know it wasn't. Was it me?
It wasn't you.
No, I
don't think you shot one, actually. Larry Bird.
Oh, well, Larry Bird.
He's the only guy to hit one in that game. Pretty funny.
Larry Bird can shoot from anywhere.
Right. That's not a real surprise. You're right. Let's get to those three-point participants, because a lot of people saying this is the best-looking field of all time. When you go through it, Wes Matthews, J.J. Redick, James Harden, Kyrie Irving. He's already won this thing. We got the Splash Brothers, Korver, who's on fire, can't seem to miss, and then the defending champ, Marco Bellinelli. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is, man. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
I mean, any one of these guys can win it. If you ask who would be my favorite, obviously would be Bellinelli because I'm a Spur.
Right.
But plus, he's the champ.
He's the champ.
He's the champ till somebody beat him. But any one of them guys can get hot and shoot a big number. So I think it'll be exciting for us as basketball fans just to, get ready to see this competition.
A lot of NBA fans sort of wonder, does it matter if the guy is a spot-up shooter, off the dribble shooter, and how that comes into play with this? Do you buy that, or these guys are just all lights out? Doesn't really matter.
Well, all them guys are standstill shooters anyway, good shooters. Steph, I think, is the best off the dribble. But all of them guys can shoot the three standstill, so it's going to be competitive and going to be fun.
All right, so you're back in Marco Bellinelli.
Yes, I am.
Let's get to our predictions. We asked the fans to chime in as well. We disagree on this one.
Yeah.
Some of these contests we agree on. Look at across the board. Tass, Steph Curry, Lee's going Redick, Trey's going Wesley Matthews. I'm saying Klay Thompson, and the fans say Kyle Korver, and the Iceman says Marco Bellinelli.
He's not even on the list.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm the vet. And I'm the real vet here.
I look at Steph.
It's hard to repeat, though. It's hard to repeat.
Korver can shoot it too, though.
Yeah.
This young man,
but he can shoot it.
This is his 4th time. I look at him and say, is he going to lose this contest 4 times?
Doesn't seem impossible.
It's almost like he don't be as serious.
Well, he's serious this time.
He's serious now.
Yeah,
because he keeps losing.
He competed it 4 times, but he can shoot it. I mean, he's such an entertaining guy there, man. I mean, I'll turn the TV on for him because he entertains me.
He's must-watch TV.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right. Well, another guy that thinks he can knock down the three is sitting beside you in this crazy shirt here.
See, you got the shirt on?
George is laughing already.
Last year, Iceman, Lee thought he could do the three-point contest and put up a respectable 10, 11, 12. Now, Lee, I'll let you tell the Iceman how you did.
Well, it was my first time doing it.
Hey, Lee, just tell him how you did.
I scored 6 points last year, but we didn't have the money ball rack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the problem.
I wasn't feeling
Well, you
it.
shooting from the college three, though.
Yeah, we couldn't get
another problem.
Yeah, we couldn't get onto the actual NBA court last year, so that's another thing that really went against me.
So I just made a notice, but you got a nice little jumper.
Those balls might have been smaller as well.
Okay, so I've seen enough of this.
That's last year.
So, Lee, this year you're taking it serious. You did some training.
Yeah, I did a bit of yoga, Pilates, and ballet training this year to try to strengthen my core, improve the strength in my
this
legs,
real?
and also strengthen my arms. That's a side plank. That's called a water ski. It
What
helps
is
build the
that?
strength in your legs and your thighs because you need that elevation when you shoot. You know.
Okay.
So I tried to make sure that I was going to do better this season.
Brother asked me, do I know? No, I don't know nothing about that, what you would do.
Hey, if you ever want to come with me, let me know.
So Lee did it. I don't know how he did. He did it earlier today. Take a wild guess, Iceman. How many threes do you think Lee hits?
Probably 8.
8. So better than last year.
Yeah, it looked like you probably did better than your last year.
All that training.
Double digits. I think Lee did double digits.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 10.
I said
10.
I said,
That's enough.
I said I would hit. How many do you remember I said I would hit?
You'd say he had 11.
I'd say I'd hit 11.
Okay, let's roll. Let's roll it. Here we go. This was earlier. I guess this is yesterday, right, Lee?
This is yesterday morning.
Are
yeah.
you at an
Yeah.
NBA 3?
Unfortunately not. But it's further back. We
Closer.
couldn't quite get on there. Yeah. But,
Nice.
Yeah, get that first one there.
So
Second
George,
one
you
right on
like the shooting stroke?
Yeah,
It's not
I got a
bad.
nice little shot.
there. Right, that's the money ball.
You can tell he's playing before.
This is the money ball rack here.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
money
He
balls
got
for
a nice
Lee.
little shot.
Yeah.
Lee, can
We'll
we-
get the roll on that one?
Lee, why number 87, E-Dog?
87. My favorite game of all time is the 1987 All-Star game in Seattle. Do you remember that one at all?
Oh, you're on fire.
Oh, no.
Whoa!
He
That
knows.
was the one. That was the one where Tom Chambers was MVP and Rolando Blackman hit the 2 free throws to send it into overtime.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
Lee, I was gonna
We
ask
care about
you,
your shooting.
if you had to place the money ball rack anywhere, where would you have put it? Like the super money ball rack?
Well, I had it on the left wing there.
Oh, you-
That left
yeah,
wing.
yeah,
He counts
yeah.
those money balls.
This could have been a respectable score, Lee. This
You're
could have been.
tiring.
I know.
You got-
The legs were starting to go a bit.
You got 2 on
Not
that
too
rack.
bad.
That's all
Not
right.
too bad.
We got 15 points.
All right. Wow.
16.
Are you going to get him in? Are you going to get
Come
him in?
on, finish strong, Ellis.
One more, get it in.
on,
Give us 18.
Oh, 16.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's not bad, Lee.
That's a respectable score.
That's the side plank.
Nice little jump shot, Lee.
It's all because of that. Shout out to Bar
training
3. George, thank you so much
Hey, pleasure, guys.
for
Thanks
coming
for
out.
having me.
We
Thank you.
really, really
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
it.
Appreciate
Good
it.
jumper.
We got to take a break.
Thank you.
Lots more still to come on the show. We got more special guests, more predictions, and yes, we will get to the Taco versus E-Dog dunk
We had a
contest.
dunk contest.
If you
Quote
thought-
unquote dunk contest.
Yeah, quote unquote dunk contest. Come on back.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you, man.
Welcome back to the Starters NBA All-Star Special. Another guest rolling through. Some of you know him best as U.S. Secretary of Education Arnie Duncan. NBA basketball fans, diehards like us, just know you as the greatest celebrity game player of all time.
Hall of Famer.
Got to be diehard to understand that one.
Well, hey, we are, and a lot of the fans watching are as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
for joining us
Thanks
here
for
on the
the
show.
Big fan of the show, so thanks for having me.
I guess the first
Appreciate
question is, 4 times you've played in it, the celebrity game.
4-0.
Oh, you're 4-0. Well, you're done. You're hanging up the sneakers, but you're not
They'll
in
be
it.
back next year. So
Okay, excellent.
They
But-
keep giving the MVP to other people. You the real MVP,
I gotta
though.
steal it. Kevin Hart was generous. He gave it to me
He was
yesterday,
nice.
So I own one.
But you must, I mean, again, you must love this, playing in the game and playing with
It's
these
a,
guys.
it's a fantastic time, and again, just total break from reality. Really good guys, have some fun. I get to bring my wife and kids to the games, and so really appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, that's great.
Really move the ball when you're out there. A lot of fancy passes. Where's that come from? Is that all Harvard basketball?
Well, when you're slow as I am, you got to move the ball. You're not going very fast.
Nice.
So play with a lot of guys who can pass and move. That's how we play, and get everybody involved. It's more fun. It actually helps us win.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've got the all-time celebrity game high with 20 points because your first 3 years you did a lot more passing, I believe, and then the 4th year you just said, "All right, I'm scoring. I'm getting the
I had to
MVP."
step it up a little bit. I had to lift my game.
Well, because you've played in the game a lot, and because you're Secretary of Education, you're used to giving out grades. So we thought we would show you some either celebrity game teammates or opponents
nice
that
pass.
you've gone against,
All right.
and you can sort of weigh in on grading their game
All right.
and maybe any additional comments. So after the great footage here of you.
Yeah, let's bask in this glory.
Left-hand player.
Look at that speed. Look at that speed.
So first one, Michael Rappaport. All right, he's played in this game a lot as well.
Yeah.
Give him a grade in terms of his basketball skills and any comments.
He works hard at it, and he really enjoys the game.
Okay, so that's a 4.
That means you suck at
AKA
basketball.
you're not good.
He has a lot of fun out there. He's a character.
All right, next one, an actual NBA player, Dikembe Mutombo.
So I love Dikembe. He's amazing to play with. He's obviously just extraordinary, not just player, but man. He's done amazing stuff in this country, back home,
Yep.
and I'm just a huge fan of Dikembe.
Did you understand anything he said?
I did.
Yes.
When he says, don't shoot, I don't shoot.
Next one here, Snoop Dogg. Stu made an appearance.
Heck of a rapper. Heck of a rapper.
Basketball skills? What grade? What
Is he a
grade?
physical player?
Not physical player. He was taller than I thought. He's about my size or a little taller.
Is he?
He's super skinny.
So what's that, 6'4", 6'5"?
6'4", 6'5". So he's longer than I thought. But heck of a rapper.
Okay. And final one. The Biebs.
Canadian legend right
Yeah,
here.
Justin Bieber.
No comment. No comment.
Try to crush you
we got
over,
a couple
did he?
Canadians here, so I want to be nice.
That's true. I mean, we really just asked you about Justin Bieber so we could play the famous Justin Bieber clip. We've got it. Let's get to the killer crossover with Justin Bieber. Yes.
He didn't do this to you on the court, did he?
No, he got Scottie Pippen with this one, though, I think.
Oh, yeah, he dropped him with this one. See, this
Sorry about this.
I don't know where he was going there. Like, he was just
He was
going back and
going
forth there for a
nowhere.
while.
Well, that's exactly it.
Oh, look at him.
The
Look.
glare.
He's mastered the glare.
Yeah, that's his best game.
When will President Obama get in the celebrity
I've
game?
tried to recruit him. This may be post-presidency, so we've
Okay.
talked about it. And it's obviously got a few other things going on, so I'm able to sneak away a little bit easier than he can. But he still loves to play. He's a huge competitor, and maybe someday, another 2 years or so, you get him out here.
We got to ask you, what's up with the pants? He's always playing in pants. It's amazing.
So you ever switch it
You
up,
think-
go for
yeah.
some shorts?
He's a Chicago guy. You think at least Jordan could hook him up with some pants and shoes and stuff.
That's amazing.
He's a pretty good player, though, huh?
He's a good player and plays really hard and plays great defense, moves the ball, good little crossover, gets to the basket.
Nice.
And when he plays to win. He's not out there just to get a workout. So that's our stress relief, and it's one of the few places where he can just be a regular person. And I think that's such a big deal for him to
For
still have
sure.
that opportunity.
If he's coming down on a break and you're the only defender back, do you foul him or do you let him go for a layup?
Try and block the shot.
Oh, yeah?
And no mercy. You know,
Wow.
we
And he
play-
would want that, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
That's the one place where he can be real. And so if you were to back off, that's not at all what he would want.
That's
All right.
excellent. All right, well, let's get to the dunk contest, and then we're going to hear your predictions, too.
All right.
Of course, the four guys, everyone knows this. I should have pointed this out. All four of these guys, correct me if I'm wrong, they're actually in the Rising Stars
Oh, yeah,
All
they
four
are.
of them
tonight.
do both,
So
yeah.
we might get a little
Yeah.
warm
Little
up
bit of
for
a
what we'll
preview,
see
yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's the Greek Freak, it's Victor Oladipo, Mason
Yeah.
Plumlee, and Zach LaVine. Do you have one that you're leaning
I've
towards one or the
no
other?
inside information here. I'm normally a Chicago guy, so if there's any Chicagoans, I'd go for them. But now we're in D.C., obviously, so I got to go for Victor. And he's a DeMatha kid.
Yeah.
My
Nice.
son's gone to DeMatha's camp. He's been real nice to him. So he's my new home court favorite, hometown
Okay.
favorite.
And if he
Gotta
wins,
go
he's
for Victor.
donating all his money to cancer research
Is
as
he
well.
really? No, he's a really good guy. And you watch what people do around kids, and what he did to my kid and the other campers, my son, you knew he had some real character there. So based on his off-the-court stuff as much as on the court, he's obviously a heck of a talent.
Sure.
I got to go for Victor.
A lot of people, including myself, backing Zach LaVine. I'm sure you've seen some of the clips that
It's
he's
sort of crazy.
crazy
Yeah,
hops.
yeah,
And he's got that where he sort of jumps in the air and he's got that like little floating aspect to him
Yeah,
where it's
for
like
sure.
doesn't look human that he's up in the air that long. A lot of us backing him, and I know the fans did as well.
His teammate Shabazz Muhammad said he's practicing, quote, new generation and crazy stuff. I don't know what that means, but
So is he the
We're about
favorite?
to find out.
he's definitely
he
the
is
favorite.
definitely the favorite.
Okay, all right. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
he is the favorite. But Trey, you're going Oladipo.
I am, because Levine's the favorite. There's no pressure on Victor Oladipo. We've seen him throw 360s down in
Yeah.
games, so you have to imagine if he can do a 360 in the last minute of a game, he's got a lot more stuff up his sleeve as well. And like I said, if everybody's picking Zach LaVine to win, it's easy for Victor Oladipo to slip in there, just perform really well, and kind of impress people. Zach LaVine, what if he doesn't live up to expectations? There's a spot there.
And what we like about this, of course, is we've gone back to the sort of more classic, at least, in terms of judging this. There's no teams going on here.
No fan vote.
No
Yeah.
fan vote, stuff like that. We just got the 5 judges
And
in
only
let them
3
dunk.
attempts per dunk as well.
Right.
Which is really important.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, the Birdman doesn't like the sound of that. He likes 11 or 12 attempts. So there it is. That's what we're back in. Arnie, you're saying Oladipo as well.
That's right.
I'm going to trade.
Chicago's the place to be. That's why. Smart
I
guys from
think
there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to jump over the alphabet. Somehow he's going to get the alphabet in the lane. A through Z.
Go through.
Not A through Z. That's Canadian.
Yeah. So that's going to be a great dunk contest. Will it live up to this one? Yes. When we come back, Arnie's going to help us judge this. Taco and E-Dog, Part 2. Can't wait.
Put me on the spot here, boy.
Welcome back to the Starters, live in New York City, All-Star Special. Got another guest here, 3D, joining us.
Hey guys, what's happening?
We're playing musical chairs. You just missed it. It was great. It was fantastic. 3D, thanks for joining us.
No problem, guys.
I know you're coming on. First off, how you enjoying so far All-Star Weekend?
All-Star Weekend never gets old. Hanging out with the Hall of Famers. You had George Iceman Gervin earlier.
Amazing.
Never gets old hanging out with guys like that, hearing stories. So that's why I love All-Star Weekend so much.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we wanted to have you on because we are going to get to probably the worst dunk contest of all time, but we wanted your help to judge it.
Debatable.
I can't dunk though.
Well,
I mean, I dunk a donut every now and then.
You can get in this contest.
Yeah, I was going to say, 3D, that does not matter at all. Last year, we're going to show you here. This was last year. This was Trey, known as Taco Trey,
right.
versus E-Dog.
Oh, 360.
And you see them dunking on
bounce.
an
More like a
8-foot net.
320.
Oh, so this is a true Nerf hoop dunk contest. Yes, I know y'all like my saying Nerf hoop.
And we had a bit of a controversial winner. Lee ended up getting the win. Trey was very upset about it.
Still mad.
You're still mad. So we decided, well, we got to do a rematch.
A rematch?
It's like Jordan Neek here, basically, as you
Okay,
can see.
all right.
So let's get to the tail of the tape. Let's let everyone know what's happening here. Yes, Lee with the age advantage or disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I like these
Seasoned vet.
230-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, I've eaten a lot this weekend. We're in New York, a lot of good food around. I can't guarantee I met my playing weight.
I also like that Lee had to add 3/4 inches there.
Gotta count them all.
Yeah.
Gotta count them all.
Hold on, number of good dunks. What is that?
That's an infinity.
That's how many we've
That's
got in the
infinity.
repertoire.
You name a
Yeah.
dunk and I can do it.
That one of those swirl donuts you had back in the day?
Okay, so we want everyone watching at home to tweet along. It's very simple. Hashtag Trey Dunk if you think Trey deserves to win. Hashtag Lee Dunk if you think Lee. Look, we've got a live poll here. People already
live
voting. They
poll.
haven't even seen
I
it.
know.
Without even looking.
Trey's rigged it, surely.
So
They know. Oh, I like that. I like that.
3D, Arnie, Task, myself are gonna judge your dunks, and I believe Trey, you have the first dunk. So let's get right into it here. And Trey, you walk us through what you're doing. Round one.
Let's see. This is the Westbrook dunk. A 360 from one side of the hoop to the other. Look at this.
then the-
Skies.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, that was
Nice
quality.
elevation. I have to
Nice
give him that.
elevation,
Yeah.
nice
Oh,
power.
no, that's what I like.
Yeah.
The pose there. Oh, man.
One more shot of it.
Oh, the leg flare is beautiful.
It's all about the leg flare this
You learned
year.
about it
those
last
knees
year.
up.
Everything looks good in slow-mo. I mean,
That's right.
Even on this. All right,
like-
put them up, guys. Put them up. What we got?
I'm going high. I like
Oh,
that.
wow.
I like the pose. I
99.7.
like
I'm happy.
the
I'm
pose,
happy with
yeah.
the 33.
9?
Yeah.
Are you sure? 9?
I like that. I like the pose. He kicked
I'm a
his
showman.
legs up a little bit. Yeah, I like all that. I like
Okay,
all that.
Lee, you're wearing a crazy shirt. Let's see what crazy
Yeah.
dunks you've got going
I'm
here.
hoping
Your
this
first
shirt will
dunk.
distract the judges, actually.
First dunk for E-Dog. Lee Ellis.
All right, now on this first one, what I was trying to do is add a little bit of creativity.
Okay.
So over the backboard, off the bounce, and then.
Oh, it's a thrunk!
It's a front.
It's a
Yeah.
thrunk!
Yeah, and I
Oh.
nearly took out the camera guys as well. So
Wow!
Look
at
we
this.
have a
Replay
He's
on this
amazing.
one.
Made it.
look at this. I mean, you've got to get the timing right with the bounce,
Oh,
and I didn't. So I ended up having to thrunk it in. But look at how far back I am. Oh,
Dwight Howard eats your heart out.
It's nice.
I'll say this.
Careful of the
Trey
cords.
enjoyed it as well. Look, he loved it.
I'll say this. Dunk contest is already better than last year's dunk
We
contest.
stepped it up this year.
We did.
All
We
right,
knew.
put the
Yeah.
votes
Let's
up.
go. I don't like your number of 87. I think that docks a few points.
Okay.
Come on, Tash.
Oh,
You've got to
sorry.
respect
There
the
we go.
traditions.
Hey,
Arnie with another 9.
And Arnie.
Ah.
Yeah.
He's
Nice.
Saving
Nice.
those
You
10s.
been
Saving
nice.
those
You been
10s.
real
You're going to
nice.
need them.
All right, let's keep it going here. We probably have 100 dunks between these two. All right, we're dunk number
10
2.
hours.
Here we go, Trey.
Oh.
Tape going down.
For distance. For distance.
A good 2 feet away.
Not from the free throw line, but from the toe line. I love it. Here we go.
Got to get a run up.
Trey, you're going to tire yourself out.
The boosters. Those are the Brent Berry legs, too.
Wait a minute. Like, are we the pose this time? No pose?
Well, that's his
the
punches
wall.
there. He's got-
Oh, it's the wall.
Was he behind the
swaggy
tape? He
wall.
was.
Wow.
Oh, look at the feet
Yeah,
kick.
legs up.
That was
legs
pretty
up.
majestic.
Generous camera angle, I think, coming from underneath.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm going 9.
Oh,
I had
here
to
we
come,
go.
I didn't get a pose this time. I had to come down one.
3D
If I would have
like
known it was all about the pose, I would have
Yeah, it's the pose like the icing on the cake.
Okay. All right, let's keep it
That's
going.
okay,
Lee,
that's
what do you
okay.
have for your second dunk here?
Well, following up that first dunk, I had to go back to something else a little bit special. So I went to the Dominique Wilkins from the '88 dunk contest. Yeah, I didn't quite pull it off the same way
there
that
we
he
go.
did.
There we go. I like to.
He did
at the end though.
He did it one hand. I did two hands. So yeah, it wasn't my strongest dunk, but
I'll say.
you know,
It's a nice, safe one, though.
yeah, it's a safe dunk.
Boring. Boring. Where's the you're the worst side? Don't we have that?
I nailed it though. That
I'll
was
give
what
him-
was important.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, come on.
yeah.
Oh, 3D, you're right. I should have done it
Takes
too.
home a 0. That's
rough.
tough.
I don't
Tough to
know.
recover from
Yeah.
that.
All
That's
right,
tough.
round
It's tough.
3. Trey,
Lucky
back
I've
to
got a
Trey.
few saved
So
up.
Trey's got to be leading. What do the people
he
think?
is.
Yeah, Trey's leading right now.
Yeah,
Well,
been
I'm
doing
coming
a
back,
lot,
though.
lot of variety, a distance dunk, a 360 dunk. I think you guys are going to be very happy to see this third dunk, which I'm sure we're going to roll right now. And here we go. This is what we call the very rare wedgie dunk.
Oh, the
A
wedgie.
topical
Yeah.
dunk. This is the
wedgie
year of the
dunk.
wedgie,
Uh-oh.
and this is the
Here
year
we
of the
go.
wedgie dunk. Snatching it straight out of the backboard for
Oh,
a two-hand
the
dunk.
pose.
With a
Innovation.
pose, a double
It was
teapot.
a double teapot pose, yeah. Look at the double teapot pose here.
Yeah, slide up.
There it is.
And superhero. Wow, look at that.
I
How
like
do you
the
even do that?
creativity. I like the creativity with that.
Yeah.
It's over.
Never
It's
before
over.
seen.
Trey, you killed the dunk contest. It's over.
It's over.
It's not going to get
It's
any better
over.
than this year.
Wow, look at
Oh,
those
you
are
get-
big
Oh,
scores.
my
Those
God,
are
this
big
is-
I
scores.
respect
man,
creativity.
this
I respect
mountain is
creativity.
steeper and
We've never
steeper
seen a
from every
wedgie
climb.
dunk.
We've never seen it. Somebody should try it this year.
3D, everyone's always saying all the dunks have been done. All the dunks have been done. Not now.
No,
Look at this.
I think you guys have given the players an idea, but I don't think they want the wedgie in the dunk though.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
That's fair enough. All right, Lee, what do you got for your third dunk here?
Well, this one's going to have to be special, and I think it is. It's just a little Terrence Ross one.
Oh, Lee, man.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Break your ankle? Why are you falling over?
Yeah, okay, to be
Hold on,
fair.
I know you were just so excited you made it, so you had to fall down.
Yeah, because it did take me a couple of goes
Nice
to get that one, to be
3-6.
fair. But yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I wanted to do it one hand, but I couldn't.
I like the Jordan tongue
I was
out.
going to say, he had the Jordan tongue out.
Yeah, you get an extra point for that.
No, it's a good.
You get extra, let's see.
Every
good
time you
dismount,
dunk,
that
Lee,
is.
you are surprised that you dunked.
I know, it was the standard was so
you go.
high yesterday. Oh, wow.
Get out of here.
that's
Come on.
mean.
You,
That's
what are
all
you
right.
guys
I know
doing?
they're just setting the
Good.
stage.
Lee,
They
I
want a
know you can do
rematch.
better. I know you can do better. Look at him. I'm not giving a higher than a 4 for a guy on his
Technically a pose right there. Technically.
All right, we're at fourth dunk. Fourth dunk here.
Yeah, I've got a commanding lead at this point. I pretty much just went up for a layup, but no, you'll see right here. This is a secret dunk because boom.
Wow.
And
The Dwight Howard.
that's right. Taco Trey on the backboard.
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
And look at how high above that rim
Man,
this is.
you are up there with
I'm
the
talking
stars.
maybe 8.75 feet, maybe 9 feet even.
No, yeah, what is that, the pose?
Hold on.
Whoa.
I didn't think we had the budget for stickers with the
Oh, I
starters
printed that
here.
at the business center and then put
Come on, man,
athletic
I love
tape on the
props.
back of it. You're right.
I love props.
This contest
A
is over.
10!
I love props.
Oh, wow. Is that the
I
first
love
10?
props. First, I love props. The sticker
You're in a
wins.
you got a big lead
The
going.
sticker
I'm giving you a
gets
7. I'm
And
giving
the
you a
pose
7.
afterwards, yes.
All right, Lee, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You need a 10.
I know, and I think
Okay,
I'm going to get
give
it.
us a 10.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
you saved
coming.
the best for last?
Yeah, well, yeah, we've got 2 more, actually. But yeah.
Sorry,
this one-
3D, you can't go yet.
Now, you might remember this one was done, Gerald Green did it.
That
See,
Not one
cupcake.
candle.
Yeah, not one candle.
I want Trey to just eat the cupcake right now.
So do I.
Look, see,
Not 3 candles.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to hold 38 candles.
Look at this teamwork.
Wow, look how high that net is. George Mirasan just
Nerf hoop.
reaches up.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey.
There you go. Got it on the second jump.
Goodness.
Oh, man. I think it was those candles that can't go out, you know. I think they sabotaged.
So you got you with the trick
Yeah.
candles that
Yeah,
light
they
each other
did,
back
they
up.
did.
You're the worst. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Across the board.
Yeah, Lee.
I thought it would be unanimous.
A pity eight.
Sorry, pity.
You're too
Yeah,
kind.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, Trey.
I'm going to try and do the math here to see if it's mathematically possible that if Trey gets a 0 in the last round, if Lee can win.
If I get
A
the fan
0,
vote.
more like a 40 task. I can feel this next dunk getting a very, very
Okay,
high score.
let's
I
see
think
it.
this is
Let's see
going to be a crowd pleaser.
We're into the final
if I'm
round.
not
What do you got, Trey?
mistaken. This is another teamwork
Oh, the
dunk.
one-on-one.
What?
You hit him with the crossover.
Oh, double.
Oh, it's the Beaver! Oh!
It's
The
a very
defended
slow
dunk
version.
contest.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
just keep him going.
He faked him out. He
I love
faked him
that
again.
It really did go for that long.
And
Lee's once again on his back
It
there.
broke my ankles.
I mean, a 10?
Interesting.
2 10s?
Yeah.
3 10s? 4
Oh,
10s?
he lost the dribble.
I don't have handles. I'm here for the dunks
You had
test.
me on the first dribble,
All right.
but then you lost me.
Oh, only a 6.
All right. I'm a
Interesting,
chance. I'm
interesting.
still a
I'm
chance.
gonna give you a
I'll
chance.
give you a 9.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, 3D.
Not good. You know,
I'll give you
I guess
20
I shouldn't
bucks
have
up.
saved the beaver.
Okay, Lee.
All right.
If you can get a perfect dunk here, we'll just call you the winner.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I had to get in a prop, so I called
You got a
in.
prop. See, you get extra points.
Producer
Oh,
Matt.
here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Here we
You're not
go.
going to jump over Matt, are you?
Hey, great
yeah.
actor.
He's gonna
Hey, great
jump
actor.
over.
Arnie, just before you know, Matt is 6'3", okay?
6'3"? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's jumping over.
He's terrified right now.
Oh, Matt
And now
Austin.
look, I've got my secret weapon here. Brent Barry, 96 dunk champion, actually gave me those socks before the contest.
You'll notice he jumps around it.
Oh, he's
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Matt moves out of the way a little bit there.
That's
To
good.
the side. Smart move.
Just hand Lee, you're the worst, and have him hold it up, man. Lee.
Hey,
Arnie wants to give him a 10.
amazing.
Arnie's the
There you go.
politician.
There you go,
That's
10,
great.
that's
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
No, yeah.
And the fans.
Final score 155 to 105.
Wow, a
A
blowout
destroying.
for Trey Kirby.
Hey, I've spent a year working on these dunks, and it paid off.
While he was doing yoga, you were working
Yeah,
on
exactly
dunks.
right.
We have a trophy for you, Lee.
Got
Or excuse me,
me?
Trey.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, wow. Is
Oh, hold on.
Nice.
Yes.
Zoom in. Oh, kiss
man.
the trophy.
So there it is. So you know what this unfortunately means? Lee won last year. Trey won this year.
Rubber
we have to
match.
do this again.
Yeah.
You guys
Dunk
have to
off?
come back again to help
Done
us.
deal.
All right, guys.
We'll
Thank
be
you
at
so
your
much.
trophy next year, too.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. You guys do a great job. I'll be back next year for the chance.
All right, here we go.
We're going to
Here
hold
we
you to
go.
that, Arnie.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining
No
us.
problem.
We got to take a break.
Get your
Lots more
votes in.
still to come here on the show. Hopefully more
Winner, Trace
dunks.
the winner.
Incredible. Welcome back to the Starters, live in New York, All-Star Special. Tomorrow we're going to have our top 20 NBA All-Star moments. We had a lot of fun making that. You want to catch that at 1:30 p.m. Eastern on the network. But some things didn't make the cut, so we decided, why don't we just do a super All-Star meme team? And so here it is. Let's get right into it. At number 10 on the All-Star meme team. Remember this? 2009?
I remember
you
horse.
forget?
Kevin Durant and a bunch of guys playing horse, but this is the meme portion of it. They gave him a toy trophy.
Actually worse than my trophy.
Yeah, somehow, inexplicably worse than the dunk champion
It's
trophy.
amazing, though.
But
At number
fantastic.
9, little known fact about Michael Jordan, he hates pants. So he tears off Penny Hardaway's right there during All-Star intros. I mean, who didn't love doing this in the 90s? Tearaway pants were amazing.
I miss tearaway pants, to be honest.
No, they were great.
Bring them back.
I was so excited when I got my first pair.
I like Jordan saying, sorry, man, I had to. Those were pants. At number 8, Jason Richardson in the 2003 Rookie Challenge,
Oh, no.
boinking Carlos Boozer
Right
off
off the
that.
dome.
Perfect guy to throw it on.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's just
That's
straight
mean.
up and one. Boozer said after the game, he has no class.
Very injured.
You don't
very
do
hurt.
that.
At number 7, the multi-talented Brent Barry. After finishing his round in the three-point contest, he pulled out the dancing. Check those feet.
I still can't believe he shot that three-point contest in his pants and his sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
why
then
you're so
walked home through
confused
the
by that.
City of Atlanta, he said.
Yeah.
Look at his moves.
I heard you ask him for his warm-up.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he didn't give it to me.
No, that's right.
Number 6, 2010. Benny the Bull having some fun in front of Jay-Z doing the single lady stance. But Jay-Z's reaction, and Diddy's for that
Jay-Z
matter.
wants to smile. He wants to.
No,
he
Press.
kind of he's gonna break out in a sec.
I like
He kind
Benny.
of cracks.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah,
This is the best.
Yeah, he wants to. You want
Oh,
to.
he's close.
At number 5 in 09, Allen Iverson showed up with his head shaved. Is that Allen Iverson? Is that? I love how the players.
Yeah, they're amazed by
Yeah,
this.
because
huh?
look at it. I mean, players taking photos. I remember being at that weekend. The weekend was a buzz.
That was a
because
huge
it
story.
was.
Yeah, that was a huge story. At number 4, we all
great
remember
one.
this, 2007 in Las Vegas. It's Chuck, it's Dickie, it's the race of a lifetime. And
This was an actual thing that
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
NBA referee versus NBA personality.
and it
Racing.
was somehow competitive, and then, then we all kissed.
I don't think Chuck could do it anymore, actually. I think Dick would beat him now if they had a re-race.
Oh, I think so, too.
At number 3, I hate to make fun of these guys, but these are the worst dunk
a
attempts in
layup
history.
dunk.
The Daryl Armstrong one, that was bad. Michael Finley, bad cartwheel, worst dunk attempt.
Watch Corey Maggette here.
I don't
Look
mind
how
the
high
front
he
flip.
gets.
The front flip
That's
is cool, but
impressive,
then
though.
that part's
It's
not
just a
great.
dunk, yep.
Allen Houston bounces the ball off his head before dunking.
That's all right. What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
That's something we would do.
yeah.
Baron Davis misses the windmill. See, I don't mind the attempt there. These guys are confused. Like, what happened? He thought he put it in.
At number 2, this was a great moment. The East All-Star team coming out, everyone dancing, except
No.
Derek Rose.
No, not
Not
having it.
Not feeling it. Not feeling the vibes with
There's
this.
a time and a place for dancing, and it is not at an exhibition
dance.
game.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love this one. Just nothing. Just
Dwight is the complete opposite.
LeBron, Dwight going crazy. Yeah, I'm here. Thanks.
At number 1, the man All-Star Weekend was made for, Shaquille O'Neal. It doesn't get better than this. It does not get better than this, man. This is my favorite part, the booty shake here. Bang, bang, bang.
Can
Vince
you
Carter
imagine
loves
how
it in the
much
background.
Derrick Rose would hate this? He would just be frowning through this whole thing.
We're
He's
gonna,
got such moves, Shaq. He's beautiful.
then we're going to show you the Jabberwocky performance, basically in its entirety, because it was that good.
Oh, man. This was legitimately impressive. And
was impressive,
unexpected when Shaq came out, especially with the mask. That was so funny.
Well, that's what's funny. He's actually a legit dancer. Like, he's not bad. Like,
Yeah.
He's got some moves. But
Of course, he's got a lot of moves.
you do wonder, like,
He's got the
how
tearaway
long
pants.
Did they rehearse this?
Yeah,
Yeah, it must
toss
take a
those.
while.
Did he have them over for like a barbecue? And did they,
Come on over.
He
when you
wasn't
rehearse it, do you
unprepared.
put on the mask or not? Does it matter? A lot of questions with that. So there it is.
Great list.
The All-Star Meme Team again tomorrow, Saturday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern here on NBA TV. Our top 20 NBA All-Star moments.
Of all time.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But we got to take one more break. And when we come back, we'll make our predictions for the 2015 All-Star Game MVP. Is it Curry, LeBron, Durant? Who you got? Come on back with the starters. Welcome back to the starters. NBA All-Star Special live in New York City. Gearing up for all the events here on Friday, Saturday, and then the big game on Sunday. We've made our predictions for a lot of those events on Saturday night and the Rising Stars. But let's look at the Sunday game. Madison Square Garden, East versus the West. Tip-off. You see it there, 7 p.m. Eastern is when the festivities will get underway, at least on TNT, and then we'll get to the game. Can't wait for that. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of injuries come into play. The first time in a while since we've had like 4 guys. I think 2010 was the last time we've had 4 injury replacements, but there's a look at the Eastern Conference squad. John Wall, Kyle Lowry, hometown guy Carmelo Anthony, LeBron, Pau Gasol are the starters. As for the West, Steph Curry, and then a whole lot of replacements in terms of the starters. Kobe Bryant, Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis out. Marc Gasol, of course, he's still in. Steve Kerr, the Warriors head coach and coach of the West, has talked about Clay, you're in. James Harden, you're in. So going to get a whole bunch of guards there.
Yeah, there are a few injury replacements on the West side, but in a way, at least it gets the guys in that everybody wanted to be in, and especially Cousins and Damian Lillard. And Dirk is going to be here, who's always a delight at All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
This is always a tough question, but do you think one team more than the other you lean towards winning this game? Is one squad more stacked, so to speak, than the other?
It's always tough.
Yeah.
Does the Eastern Conference feel a little bit slighted because everybody calls them the Eastern Conference?
right.
Will they have an edge, play with a little chip on their shoulder? I think the West is the team just because they're just so stacked, it feels like, but you never know in an All-Star game.
And a lot of people predict that we could have a new high-scoring record in terms of total combined points. We saw that last year, but we could easily get into the 160s, 170s. You always hope with this game that, you get all the crazy plays and always a lot of fun, the oops and stuff like that, but that it does get competitive. Because some of the All-Star moments that we're going to talk about on tomorrow's show is those games that get close, or a team comes back, and then for at least 5 minutes, it turns into an actual basketball game.
Yeah, and I mean, anytime you've got guys like LeBron out there, he's not the sort of guy who just goes, okay, I don't really care if I lose this game. He wants to go out there and win all the time, and when you've got a play like that, everyone else sort of feeds off him. So it's going to be hopefully a good game, and then hopefully it does come down to the wire.
Let's take a look at our MVP predictions. I like doing this one because you're always trying to find sort of a storyline to attach yourself to. 3 of us, if you include the fans, and we of course include the fans, like Steph Curry. So Taz, Trey, and the fans say Steph. I'm going Kevin Durant. Lee, you got Kyle Lowry. I'm interested to hear that, but why Steph there first, Taz?
I think Steph, it's just his weekend. Simply put, it's the weekend of Steph Curry, the leading vote getter. He's going to win the 3-point shootout, and then on Sunday, he's going to win MVP. I'm looking for a
That would be a good
storyline.
weekend.
It just feels like it's Steph's year, right? It's Steph's world. We're all just living in it.
That's exactly right. It's his year. It's his second time around. There's no reason to be nervous or deferring to veterans, and he always kills in Madison Square Garden, averaging 32 a
That's a
game
good
his
point.
last 4 times. Of course, he had 54 that one
Yeah.
time. It's a place where he's obviously pretty comfortable shooting threes, and I think he'll probably get a couple open looks this game.
Why Kyle Lowry? I'm a massive Lowry fan,
Yeah.
but I'm intrigued by this pick.
Well, he's starting, of course, and I think he's probably still the least known of all the starters out there. But mainly, this guy's a bulldog. Like, he never goes out there and just takes a night off or a playoff. He's going to go out there and work as hard as he can. He can shoot the three-pointer. He can set up other guys. He can rebound. He can do everything. And, you know, those guys like Steph Curry, you know, he's obviously a fantastic player. But last year we saw him, he struggled with the three-point shot early on. I think Kyle is someone who's just going to go out there, really hound him, really try to get his team off to a good start. And he's going to finish the game as
It
well.
does. Well, that's what I was going to say. It doesn't matter who starts this game.
Yeah.
To me, it matters who finishes, which is why a bit of a reason why I'm taking Kevin Durant for a couple reasons. First off, it is Kevin Durant. We know he's one of the best basketball players in the world. I do think he's a little angry with everyone saying, "Oh, I don't think he should be an All-Star. He hasn't played a whole lot of games." I think he's gonna take that a little personal, and we've heard him say, "Well, you want my All-Star spot? Play me one-on-one." So I could see him gunning for some numbers. He's won this thing before. It is in MSG, the bright lights of MSG, and he's gonna finish, and that's sort of key too.
Yeah.
If it is a close game, you can see a guy like Kevin Durant sort of taking over again.
He is
But
a tiny
tough
bit
save.
banged up as well.
True.
So
Yeah.
maybe he
True.
doesn't play 40 minutes.
And that's the other thing with Coach Steve Kerr. If he sees Steph Curry out there for a while and maybe he's not going to win the MVP, he might just pull his own guys off on the bench. Say, you guys just take a rest.
Yeah.
We've got the whole second half of the season to worry about.
Well, let's hear what people think. Jump on Twitter, hashtag the starters. Who's your MVP for the big game in MSG? I can't wait for this game in Madison Square Garden, by the way. It's like, obviously,
entire weekend.
it's the Mecca.
Yeah.
It really is the Mecca. The game is going to look fantastic there. But again, another reminder, tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when it premieres. You'll see it a couple times, hopefully. The top 20 NBA All-Star moments.
Great start to your Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
you want your Valentine to love you.
Oh.
DVR dad.
Nothing more romantic. Nothing more romantic than joining us talking about basketball here on the network. So that will be a lot of fun. On Sunday, a lot of people were asking, where was the drop today? Your hour-long podcast. We'll do that on Sunday, so we'll have that up on iTunes. And another look at the Dwight Howard sticker dunk from Trey Kirby.
I want to count back, actually.
Legendary.
That only got
I think Trey slipped the judges a few bucks before the show.
yeah, thanks for the
3D does not look impressed with that one. He gives it a 1.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, and enjoy the weekend.
You're going to need your mic to drop for this one. Thank you very much for joining us. And remember, there's thumbs up, there's thumbs down, and there's thumbs meh.
How long did it take you guys to
6 hours to coordinate that. It's like
excellent
Shaq and the Jabberwockies.
brace the night, people?
I love basketball.